After the trailer of Season 2 of Edgerunners dropped recently, I got excited and I wanted to play through Cyberpunk again. For this run, I decided to play on the hardest difficulty, choosing to be a nomad, primarily speccing into the cool stat for the bonuses it gives me to pistols. Starting out in the middle of nowhere, I had some car trouble with a mechanic that can't do anything, so we have to fix it ourselves. This somehow got me into hot water with the local sheriff, so I delta out of there before I can cause any more problems and get back to the reason why I'm even out here. Tasked with transporting this unassuming box across the border with an accomplice, we immediately fuck it up, resulting in a mobile shootout. After barely surviving this ordeal, we become friends with our accomplice Jackie Wells, continuing our antics in a Night City, eventually gaining the attention of legendary fixer Dexter Deshawn. He's got a big gig for us, one that'll put us in the big leagues. There's an experimental biochip being held at Konpeki Plaza and he wants us to clep it. But first we had a few things to prep. Getting an inside look at the room the biochip is being held in, along with any defenses and some new equipment to help us actually get inside the room. We would quickly sort out both issues, getting the prep work done and moving on to the heist. Jackie and I would quickly arrive at Konpeki Plaza with the disguise as arms dealers to sneak in our equipment, and after getting through check-in, I would immediately head for the bar. And this place is that Hideo fucking Kojima? After buying out most of the bar, I remembered that I have a job to do and head up to the room to continue the heist. Using our equipment to keep us hidden from security, after a few hours, we were finally able to enter the penthouse and continue the heist. Thankfully, it should be smooth sailing from here on out. All we gotta do is...
No blaze of glory for me.
Heavier than she looks. Now, listen, dog. I have done exactly what you asked. So let's you and me figure...
Arasaka様、お父様の殺害犯を見つけました。この女で間違いありません。はい。1時間後には着くかと。
Help me.
Quiet. You hear me? I need your help. I cannot hold it. I need to rest.
That your blood?
Misty!
Pressure's tanking.
It's neurogenic shock. She's dying.
Gotta cut my way through the occipital bone. No other way.
There is risk of...
I know what I'm doing. V, you in there?
My head.
I woke up at my Ripper Doc Vic to find out that the biochip I clept is stuck in my head and can't be removed. It brought me back from the dead, but it's now slowly killing me. And even worse now, I got a second person in my head that is fighting for control of my body. After taking some time to recover and accept the fact that I now got a second voice in my head, I met with Takemura, the guy that just pulled my corpse out of a scrapyard to try and figure out what my next step is. Talking it over, we came up with a few ideas. One, going back to Arasaka and finding Anders Hellman, the guy who made the biochip, or finding Evelyn Parker, the girl that set up this gig in the first place. I decided to try and find Evelyn first, as she knew a lot about the biochip and set up the gig in the first place. Oh, fuck? And after a little investigation, I find out she's MIA, with a lead pointing me to her former club she worked at, causing me to have an impromptu therapy session, and finding out that Evelyn has been pawned off to a shady Ripper Doc. After interrogating the Ripper Doc, I find that he sold Evelyn off to a gang of scabs and track him down to their hideout, where I find Evelyn half dead. With the help of a mutual friend, I get her to safety and find a new lead on where she even found out about this biochip, from a gang called the Voodoo Boys. They hired Evelyn to get info on the penthouse where the chip was being stored. With this new info, I contact a fixer by the name of Mr. Hands and ask him to help me get in contact with the Voodoo Boys, and he pulls through, getting me a gig with them. The Voodoo Boys want me to clear out a mall that was previously abandoned but now occupied by a gang known as the Animals, as they transported in some mysterious cargo that managed to vanish off security cameras. Sneaking through, I find the van and its occupants, finding out it belongs to Netwatch, the people who are keeping the net safe from any potential rogue AIs trying to kill everyone. The guy from Netwatch tried to talk it out, but I have a job to do, so I would immediately jack into his personal link and then...
Hey V, you alright?
Give me a sec.
You look just like him a sec ago.
Thanks. Wasn't asking.
Waking up dazed, in pain, and pissed off to high hell as the Voodoo Boys almost fucking flatlined me, I decide to make my way back there and take it up with them personally. Getting back to their base, I find out that they need someone to take down Netwatch, because Netwatch had their people stuck on ice, including their leader, Mama Brigitte. Brigitte not only knows about the biochip, but commissioned Evelyn to get the inside view of the penthouse, because they need the biochip for their plans. They want to use the engram of Johnny on the chip to contact a netrunner he knows by the name of Alt Cunningham, who is currently stuck on the other side of the Black Wall, the firewall that keeps all of the net safe from rogue AIs. Somehow they were successful in contacting Alt, and she has an idea on how to save me. If you can call copying my mind killing me, then installing the copy back into me saving my life. But now I'm useless to the Voodoo Boys, so upon leaving their turf, I get a call from a mysterious person by the name of Songbird who says she knows about the relic in my head and says that she can help me if I can help her. Immediately not too trusting of this random person, so I put a pin in that for now and try my luck at finding Anders Hellman. The best place to do that is by going to the afterlife. The best place in NC to find work for a merc, and there you can find the best fixer, Rogue. Before even talking to Rogue, I'm reminded why I should have chosen male V for this playthrough, but anyways, upon talking to Rogue, I ask her if she can find anything about a guy named Anders Hellman. As by this time, Hellman has disappeared from Arasaka, so I gotta hunt this fucker down. To get this info, I had to fork up my eddies that I got from beating up a crackhead and exorcising a demon with a sledgehammer. About a day later, I get the info I need, and a tip-off about someone who can help me, a woman by the name of Pan Am. But not before getting some preem threads from my boy El Capitan. So I decide to broker a deal with her. I help her get her ride back, and she'll help me get my hands on Hellman. So I help Pan Am get her ride back and decide to go the extra mile on helping her get revenge. And this is when I realized that the iconic pistol that was sitting in my inventory from an earlier side quest was the best piece of my entire build. After helping Pan Am with all her problems, we can finally deal with Hellman by overloading a power station, creating an EMP to hopefully knock him out of the sky. This didn't work, so we have to go to our emergency plan B. After finally getting my hands on Hellman, he tells me the only way to get treatment is to fix my rep with Arasaka, and I decide that this is a terrible idea, so I take up Songbird on her offer. So I follow Song's instructions and made my way to the entrance of Dogtown and...
Fucking do it! What the? God, it's like someone shoved my head in a place.
You're gonna be okay. Breathe deep. Count to 10. Recite a mantra. Whatever brings calm helps you stabilize. Your nervous system took a big hit. Broke down. Racing heart, cold sweat. It'll pass.
Fucking hope so.
I know about the bomb ticking in your head. If I could disarm it now, I would in a heartbeat. You'll feel better any second now.
V, something stinks here. Think she's fucking with the relic. How in the...
All true, Johnny. But don't you fret. They're both safe.
Nah, fuck
Both
off.
of us on the biochip protocol at once can trigger shocks for V, like you just saw now. Gotta cut you off.
What
For your safety, for V's safety.
Getting 5 seconds away from Johnny, Song tells us why we're here, and it's because Space Force 1 is on a crash course with Dogtown, and the President is on board, and Dogtown is considered hostile territory. So with this knowledge, Song brings us somewhere where we'll have a good view of Space Force 1 as it descends, and...
Ascending. In for a rough... Oh, fuck.
What? What's going on? What the hell? Songbird!
V! The President! You have to...
Songbird! God damn it! Shit! Fuck me! Okay. Got this. Save the President. Sure. No fucking problem.
I quickly dart across Dogtown, making it to the crash site, having to fight Bargus forces on the way just to reach the crash, and entering the craft, I find what looks like a massacre. But still, I make my way through the ship, finding the panic room where I find President Myers is still alive. I successfully manage to get Myers out of the crash as we sneak our way to a safe house that Song pointed us to, but we quickly get found again and are forced to fight off a wave of Bargus with the help of a giant enemy spider, that very quickly decides to turn on us. Successfully performing pest control, we finally make it to the safe house where we are sworn in as a federal agent before the president, obtaining our official uniform and being given the task of locating a nearby sleeper agent named Reed to get the president safely out of Dogtown. After successfully finding Reed, we're now given the task of finding Songbird, as she's been MIA since the incident with the giant enemy spider. And to do this, we enlist the help of another agent named Alex, who gives us the location of a blind man that somehow has eluded the government, saying he can help us get into contact with Song again. We successfully manage to get in contact with Song again, and find out she's being held hostage by Hansen at his private club at the top of a skyscraper, at the cost of the blind man whose gray matter is now well done. So we need to mount a rescue attempt, and for this we're given a legally distinct Mark 23 SOCOM pistol to sneak our way into the club with. After sneaking in, we find Song and she tells us that Hansen has an SSD with a rogue AI from beyond the Blackwall on it, and he plans to weaponize the AI. Song, on the other hand, needs this AI to try and cure herself because she's suffering from a similar condition to ours. So we're unable to rescue Song, so we come up with a backup plan of stealing the identities of some netrunners that have the access codes to this SSD, and to do that we have to get close to them. Deciding the best way to do that is to shoot the shit with them over a game of roulette and...
We're going to Vegas! Fuck yeah!
Then Hansen shows up and tells us to get the fuck out of his club, not before we cash out our winnings and get escorted out like it's an Applebee's. So now we need a new plan to get rid of the netrunners, and to do that we decide to hack into their car and force them to go to an undisclosed location where we remove them from the equation. This is when we get to test out some new chrome we got for the mission that lets us change our—
Me? What the hell?
Don't get me wrong, I trust Reed and the FIA, but not enough to make me French and expect me to still be loyal to them. So now I'm on the run from the government, and the first thing I decide to do is take a quick nap.
We, the FIA, we're gonna find you two. You have exactly nowhere to run, V.
Reed, I have done nothing but sleep in my apartment for 3 days straight. The FIA should have found me already. After taking a fourth nap, we finally get a call from Songbird about the next steps of the plan, and that's to get out of Night City via the spaceport because the clinic Song needs is on the moon. Entering the port, we need to open a side door for Song as she can barely walk and might die within the next 5 minutes. We almost get caught by airport security and have to improvise by using a fire hose as a rope and climbing onto the roof. This is when we realize that the government has found our location and sent Black Ops kill teams to capture Song alive and most likely kill me, leading us needing to sneak around the spaceport. With Song ruining my perfect stealth run, we now need to fight the rest of the way to the rocket being stalled by the lack of a shuttle to taxi us to it, resulting in a prolonged gunfight with Black Ops soldiers. During the gunfight, we're forced to control a tower with Song. Being surrounded by Black Ops soldiers, Song in a last-ditch attempt reaches beyond the Blackwall again and...
You hear that?
It's the Blackwall. No fear, Song. Right here with you.
Now able to get to the shuttle, this is when Song tells us some important information.
Reed's not the only one I've betrayed.
What do you mean, Song?
Neural Matrix V can only be used once.
Once? How so?
It's a captive AI from beyond the wall. Relies on continuous evolution to exist. I'll free it and end the process. It'll then execute my commands and disintegrate irretrievably.
Well, hey, what about me?
Not obvious. You'll fight on. Keep looking. You're stronger than I envy. Stronger than anyone else I know.
You fucking serious?
I think I'm gonna die soon. The regret wasn't honest with you. I'm sorry.
Finding we're back at square one, we have no other choice but to try and call Reed and surrender Song in the hopes that he lets us live. And surprisingly, he gives us a second chance. If we give up Songbird, he'll also let us receive surgery to try and save us from the biochip, and we take him up on his offer as it's our last chance to survive.
Was just thinking to myself.
Were you now?
Dunno, I mean, fuck. Now I kinda feel sorry for the chick.
Forgetting someone, June. Ever shed a tear for my fate? My shit luck?
Oh, you're royally fucked. True. But at least you're not alone in facing it.
Just might be the nicest thing you've ever said to me.
Don't get used to it.
The next day, he asks us to meet in person, to clear his thoughts about why Songbird didn't call anyone in the FIA to help her with her condition, and also to say bye for now, telling us he'll call us when our surgery is ready. Thankfully, we get the call the next day, agreeing to meet up with an FIA team at a discreet location for pickup. While waiting for the transport, I take the time to get my affairs in order, and Johnny tries to persuade me not to get this surgery, as it would save me, but kill him in the process. But the FIA transport arrives quickly to pick me up.
Eyes, they're opening. I think she sees me now. V, can you hear me?
Think I can hear. I can talk.
Good. About time.
Reed, saw you seem different somehow. Even almost look like...
Stay at Langley long enough, it, makes you its own. No exception.
Nice. Nice view.
What?
Out the window.
Greenery, calm, birds chirping. Not what you used to.
I was told you got a new job. New duties, lots of them. Busy bear, no time for me.
Who said that? When?
Wise. In the AV. You weren't there.
Right, that. Wasn't any reason for me to be there then. Now? Yeah. I felt I owed you this.
How do you know when I'd wake?
Doctor's estimates. You were supposed to be conscious by today. Tomorrow latest. They started bringing you up a few days ago. Controlled process.
So, how's life? How's things?
Paperwork. Training recruits. Nothing to write home about.
Not your style of work, sounds like.
I can manage field work anyway. Not anymore.
Need to ask, how's So Me? Everything work out all right?
I've been cut off from updates for a while now. She's alive. That's all I know.
Pretty nice welcome. Just missing flowers and I get wild card. Given I'm here, guess things worked out all right, huh?
Never that simple. Doc saved you. You're alive.
Hearing a big-ass butt in there.
'Cause there is one. Deep invasive work on your nervous system. To cut the engram out safely.
What's that even mean?
Your neurons can no longer handle most implants. Chrome. Your brain can manage your personal link and simple code processors. But any use of a combat implant, well, it could kill you. I'm sorry, V. But the life you used to know is gone. There's, one other thing. You were out for 2 years. It's 2079.
Imagined the future'd look a little different.
Joke. Shit, I'm impressed.
What good would it do to rage at reality? Don't see any sense in it.
After coming out of our coma, we decide to make our way back to Night City to go and talk to Vic to see if maybe the FIA missed something and that we still can't have Chrome implanted in us, but he comes to the same conclusion they did, that I am beyond fixing. Surprisingly, we run into Misty, Jackie's girlfriend, and who is running the front for Vic's Ripper Doc clinic, and she gives us some important advice on how to live life now. We decide to walk her to her taxi, and as we do, we fade into the crowd of Night City. But hey, I'm H. Consider subscribing.